Today, we're celebrating.
It was always so rewarding when we would see them come in and just in awe.
He surpassed any expectation probably any of us had.
It was really starting to set in, like this could be real. This could be something that could change our program.
I think you set your mind to, you can achieve it.
If you know what your purpose is, live it. Make your way to it. Don't let roadblocks stop you.
Good evening to you. Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining us here on THV11 for the Good News Special. I am Rolly Hoyt. We're so glad you're here for one of our most treasured holiday traditions. Every year, we look back and round up the best feel-good stories from the past years so we can relive them together. So let's get started with one of our most fun stories from this past summer about a guy with a delicious idea who went viral for delivering joy. Here's Carter Thweet.
Right here is the speaker that everybody's going crazy about.
It's been 5 years since Joseph King of Jacksonville got the idea.
I hadn't seen an ice cream truck in so long, and I was like, I need to bring that back. Yeah. Then I talked to a few friends about it. They was like, man, that's you all day long. You need to do that.
But Joseph knew to stand out, he needed something original. So while his ice cream cools you down, the volume on his speaker is all the way up. Last week, his bass-boosted version of The Entertainer caught the attention of Jacksonville resident Cheyenne Reed.
I remembered that I had my security camera because I was like, no one's going to believe me that ice cream truck sounded like that. And so that was just kind of it, and I just posted it.
Ice cream truck?
Hold on, I don't know.
It's been 5 days since then, and the video has now been viewed over 3 million times with nearly 900,000 likes.
It's 3 or 4 days later, and I'm still getting likes and comments and shares, and it's just been kind of wild.
Wild is a word Joseph says he would use too, saying this isn't something he ever expected.
It just felt like a regular night of selling ice cream.
But he's happy with how it's all working out.
That's a real good feeling, a really good feeling. Something I've been waiting on for a long time.
In Jacksonville, Carter Thweet, THV11 News.
It's time to take the walk, find your name, find your folks, hear wise words, take the stage, and finally, cue that song. After 13 years, it is time. But the Cabot High School class of 2025 will make you do a double take.
I didn't know that there was that many twins.
I'm older by 1 minute.
I won't be able to steal my clothes anymore.
This graduating class features 11 sets of twins.
One of them plays volleyball, one of them plays soccer, and then one's in both. We got 2 that are in auto tech, got a couple in broadcasting.
Some fraternal.
Birthday parties, Christmases, never got anything to yourself.
Some identical.
I don't think we ever really fought. We've always kind of just been friends.
Through the ups and the downs, these twins share a unique bond of experiencing this academic journey together.
It's been pretty nice, helping me with my grades and stuff. It's all to him.
Did you guys ever switch homework or anything?
Yes.
I just did most of it. It's been all right, I guess. Yeah, all right.
Now it's on to the next chapter, whether that's near
The University of Arkansas at Fayetteville and do mathematics.
or far.
Plan to go to Boston University and study film.
But not before one last sibling rivalry.
Well, I'm more excited for myself because I'm me.
More nervous for her, you know, it's kind of, you gotta up me. Whenever I walk across the stage, you gotta walk across better.
Seniors 2025!
Rosebud Elementary School taking Deck the Halls to a whole new level.
They took their pictures, smashed up against a window, so it actually looked like they were looking out the window. I thought that was so creative.
That's really creative.
Megan McMahon teaches 2nd grade at Rosebud, where some friendly, festive competition is taking place. It's fun to look at, but no touching.
We were very scared that the kids, when they came in, would be pulling things down, touching things, messing with everything. But they've been so great about it. I think it's because they're so excited to see and they knew we were in a competition.
That brings us to the 3rd place winners, the 3rd grade hallway.
Their theme was the gingerbread man. And so they made gingerbread houses all down the wall, the lollipops, the peppermints, candy. We love their lights that they did.
Yes, red solo cup with balloons.
Yes,
That's
very
so
crafty.
clever. You guys are a rural school, so is this the only time these kids are going to see Christmas, possibly? Christmas decorations?
It is. And so I think that's what kind of kept us going, because it was hard. It was difficult. It was many, many late nights, but it was always so rewarding when we would see them come in and just in awe.
I mean, how can you not be when you're in the North Pole? It took home second place.
They had to work around this. So they had to incorporate it North Pole fire safety.
That's not going anywhere.
No, it's not. No, we had some rules of things we could not cover up or take down.
Right, that brings us to the winning hallway,
which is second grade, Candy Cane Lane. And so our idea was Candy Cane Lane, but then my co-teacher absolutely loves pink. She wears pink all the time, so we threw that in there and incorporated that. Yes,
I love it.
There's a lot of pink.
Community members judged the hallways, and the kids, well, they just wanted the candy decorations.
We had to kind of guard it a little bit because they thought, oh, we can take one, you know. Yeah. And so I told them, when we rip it down, you can have some candy canes and some peppermints. Yes, absolutely.
A reward worth waiting for. And for the teachers,
our prize is that the principals come in and take over our class for half a day and we get to leave.
The first and not the last Christmas decorating contest to take place here.
It's been a blessing to see how excited they are. And like you mentioned, some kids may not get this at home, and you know, this is their only chance to see Christmas.
Hayden Balgavy and Brooke Buckner in there for us. After the break, the good news of 2025 continues, including the story of a small Arkansas town that took a chance and won big time. Stay with us. Some of our favorite stories of the year arrived via the world of sports, like baseball, a game full of sights and smells, but for one young man, it's all about the sounds. THV11 sports director Tyler Cass brings us this story of how following your passions can lead to dreams coming true.
There's a special beauty to the game of baseball in every sense. The sight of a towering home run, the smell of fresh leather, the sound of bat hitting ball.
The pops of the glove, the crowds, the organs, the announcers.
Dallas Cathy, a sophomore at the Arkansas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, has only ever known the game through those noises.
It's just always been what I love.
He keeps up with everything that happens in a day with baseball.
If I hear the bat crack and I don't hear a glove, you know, it's a hit. If I hear the bat crack and I hear the glove, it's an out.
And last Friday night, he got to live out a dream.
Warm welcome inside beautiful Gary Hogan Field and a welcome inside the Dom Thompson press box. I'm Max Coltrane, joined by Dallas Cathy.
Using stats printed in Braille, Cathy brought the color to the Little Rock booth.
What a shot by Cano! And Cano breaks the scoreless tie with a solo shot.
And he definitely keeps the hitting streak going with that bomb.
With family and friends listening in the stands and around the state, Dallas did his thing.
It was kind of surreal, and I had people messaging me going, goodness, I didn't even know who that was.
And that's one thing that could lead to blowing the game open a lot more.
I think he surpassed any expectation probably any of us had.
And it is taking a minute to review this call.
It was pretty surreal that he got to live his dream tonight.
That's all from Little Rock for Dallas Cathy. I'm Max Coltrane signing off.
Had a great time.
Had a good time? Yeah,
Woo! I felt like I belonged in that press box.
In Little Rock, Tyler Cass, THV11 Sports.
In Derricks, Arkansas, the signs are everywhere.
It really put Derricks on the map.
But this story doesn't start here with a country music star and an NFL legend visiting the school. It starts earlier this year with lifelong Derricks resident Crystal Green sitting on the couch drinking a cup of coffee.
I saw Rob Gronkowski come over the news talking about this contest, and I sent a picture of my screen to my sister and I said, we gotta enter this thing.
But Green never could have predicted what happened next. Senior linebacker Mason Smith watched as politicians like Governor Sanders and celebrities like Jeff Foxworthy told people to vote for Derricks.
After we won the 5,000, it was really starting to set in, like this could be real. This could be something that could change our program.
And when the votes were tallied, the little town in Arkansas had toppled the entire country. Nearly 2 million votes. And at a pep rally Friday, they celebrated.
I still can't believe this is real. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened to the town of Derricks.
T-Mobile pulled out all the stops. Country music star Bailey Zimmerman performed the national anthem and a 30-minute concert for the kids. And if you know football, and especially the New England Patriots, you'll know this guy who showed up to say congrats.
You guys brought the passion. You guys brought the community together. You guys brought the votes. You guys brought it to where the whole entire nation felt it.
It's a day all those in Outlaw Nation will never forget.
This really changed the game. It made you feel, made us feel special, made us feel noticed, like we're not too small to be noticed in a big setting.
In Derricks, Carter Thweet, THV11 News.
Well, still to come, the good news of 2025. The longest waiting child in the state's foster care system finally finds his perfect match and a new family. There are thousands of kids in the Arkansas foster care system, all waiting to find their forever home. This year, we got to share the story of a 19-year-old who spent nearly his entire life in the system, who now finally has a family to call his own. Our Brooke Buckner introduces us to Cozy.
Family. It's something Cozy hasn't had in more than a decade, but that all changed Monday morning. Cozy was the longest waiting child in Arkansas foster care. His adoption into the Dietrich family is now finalized, and dozens of his new friends and family came to celebrate him.
Y'all, every single one of our waiting kids deserves a family. They deserve a community like is gathered today, and we are so grateful for each one of you.
Anna and Tim Dietrich say they felt called to be more than just Cozy's legal guardians.
The Lord made it very clear that we were supposed to all out adopt him. We're supposed to give him our name, give him our family, give him our whole hearts.
It's clear Cozy has a big support system, and it's something Anna Dietrich says all foster kids need. She sees it firsthand working for Project Zero.
Cozy's getting a whole crew today, and we're so excited. And that is what we want for every single one of our waiting kids. So until there are zero, let's start this up again tomorrow, because today we're celebrating.
Tiffany Wright, the director of the Division of Children and Family Services, echoes that.
But even as we celebrate this beautiful day, we must stay focused on the goal. Finding homes for other children who need them and the critical work of Project Zero. This adoption gets us closer to our goal, zero.
The Lord was gonna have to make it clear who is ours, and he's just made it abundantly clear. Cozy is ours.
Their only child and star of the show.
The first time we met with his team, they said they were telling us about the things that he really likes and toys that he likes, and they really focused in on the star. And so for some reason, that's kind of become our banner for him is a star, which is why he's wearing stars. And she's got a star necklace and star toys.
Shining bright alongside his new family. In Little Rock, Brooke Buckner, THV11 News.
It does take your time away, but after you're done, you have something that you can wear and keep.
That's 10-year-old Sophia Hutchinson. Her and her family live about 10 minutes away from Campbell Station, one of the communities impacted by the EF4 tornado about 2 weeks ago.
Where the shelter was, we were, within a mile, 3/4, half a mile from it.
A few days passed, and Sophia's mother, Morgan, says she started to see the damage of those impacted. Sophia did as well.
I prayed that night, and it really came to my mind that God is truly here in this world.
She was like, do you think if I made bracelets, people would buy them to help the victims?
Morgan took her daughter's idea to social media. What began as friends and family who purchased bracelets blossomed into much more.
We probably had already 30 or 40 bracelets to make. More and more people started ordering, and like I said, I'm pretty sure she made close to 75 bracelets.
Sophia spent all spring break making them.
It probably took about 30 minutes per bracelet. She got to be a little quicker with some of them, but she made a few personalized ones too.
When I think of most of the people that order one and they want me to pick it, most of the time they're like one of these.
Okay.
Like their personality fits one of these colors.
Each bracelet was made with love and held special meaning, but one stood out. AR Strong, which symbolized community.
The AR means Arkansas, and then we did a heart, and then strong, and then this stands for
Natural Disaster Awareness colors.
In 10 days, Sophia was able to surpass her goal.
I felt happy that I got over 500.
And with a little help, Sophia learned about a family that was impacted by the storms. Without hesitation, she knew she wanted to give back and support them.
It made me feel good to make the bracelets and then give them and then give the money to the family.
And through her good deed, it sets an example for all to follow.
You should try to at least help, and anything you set your mind to, you can achieve it.
In Newport, Maya Ellison, THV11 News.
The good news of 2025 continues after this break with the inspiring story of a mother of 8 who shows it's never too late to fulfill your dreams. We thank you for sticking with us for the good news of 2025. Our final story tonight is a celebration of perseverance. THV11's Carter Thweet shares the inspiring law school journey of a Pine Bluff woman that proves with good people around you, it's never too late to reach for your dreams.
Graduation day. It means so much to everyone in the room. But for one graduate from the Bowen School of Law here in Little Rock, it might mean just a little bit more.
I grew up in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and that's the Delta, so in that area there are very few resources.
April Muhammad always dreamed of more, being drawn to the practice of law from a young age. But early on in life, she took on a different task, raising 8 wonderful children with her husband Cedric in Pine Bluff.
He had 2 children, I had 3. We came together, had 3 more. So that made 8. It was a real yours, mine, and ours story.
But a few years ago, Cedric, who had always struggled with heart problems, sadly passed away. April was left thinking about the next chapter of her life, and the business program she was enrolled in at the time just wasn't for her. So in her 50s, she decided to take the leap. Literally.
When I started law school, I started in the part-time program because I came in through LEAP. If you don't know about LEAP, check it out. It's a great program.
It was challenging at first, particularly making arrangements for her youngest, who she had to drop off at school every day. But she remarried, and with help from her husband Bilal and her professors, things got easier.
They pitched in and they solved their problem for me.
Leading to Saturday, a dream come true.
April Renee Muhammad.
So I want everybody who watches the story to know that if there is a desire that you have in life, if you know what your purpose is, live it. Make your way to it. Don't let roadblocks stop you.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV11 News.
That's going to do it for our Good News of 2025 special. We're so glad you joined us. We hope remembering these stories brings you as much joy as it brings to all of us here at THV11. So, I am Rolly Hoyt. Happy holidays and have a great night.